are trying to crucify Toni Gonzaga, and for the life of me, I cannot understand why. Let's lock in. What is good? What is good? What is good, ladies and gentlemen? Of course, you know who I be, the good doc, Dr. Mike TV, back again, once again. You already know what it is, man. First time to the channel, guys, make sure you subscribe, notify, do all the good things to make yourself well-versed in the good dice content. All my good stuff shall be listed in the link in the description area below. So recently, I came across this controversy about an interview that actress turned journalist turned / whatever Toni Gonzaga had with, I believe to be future presidential candidate Ferdinand Marcos. Now, I have an idea as to why this may have ruffled a little feathers in the Philippine community. But I am a firm believer to never judge and or convict a man based on the sins of his father. I understand Marcos, martial law back in the day, crazy. A lot of people got hurt during that particular time, so I'm not going to shit on that. But I will also mention that during that era, if Philippine history serves me correct, that was probably one of the many times that the Philippines economy was booming. A lot of bad shit happened, but the economy overall was booming. But as I said before, I am not one to convict a man because of the sins of his father. I'm not gonna say that I'm not gonna sit there and predict that everything that happened with prior administration is gonna happen under his rule, but I can understand the naysayer comments about why people may not be as open to having him in a political, more so presidential role. But besides all that, why are we crucifying Toni Gonzaga, ladies and gentlemen? Why are we giving her that work? All she did was her job. People were like, you know, the whitewashing or the brainwashing of the people, trying to convince people that Ferdinand Marcos is a likable person and a person of the people. These people were slaying her for an interview. I mean, I don't believe that just because you interview somebody that you are a sympathizer of that person or you believe in their ideologies or the way that they carry themselves. Maybe the people were more so upset because she didn't ask those hard-hitting questions that I assume people want in great journalism or some shit like that. Or y'all just wanted to give Toni Gonzaga that work. But ideally, after the interview, they straight drug her name. And all she did was just have a conversation with the man. So had she interviewed somebody that you liked, would you have still gotten on her if she asked that person pretty much the exact same questions verbatim that she asked Marcos? Is the question that I pose. The reason I pose that question is because I kind of feel like we can't pick and choose who we like and why we like them, but can't remain consistent, right? Because I know for a fact that if they interviewed somebody that you liked, I don't think that the same backlash would probably come through. But again, I am a firm believer that you should never punish a man or convict a man because of the sins of his father. Now, Ferdinand Marcos has gone on record to say he will not issue an apology from his family in reference to what had happened during that particular time. I don't think that bodes well for the people, I will say that, but ideally, why are we punishing Toni Gonzaga? That's where I come from. And for a lot of my foreigners on the outside looking in, like I said, man, this whole situation is the person running for potential presidential office is Ferdinand Marcos, which is the son of Ferdinand Marcos, who was in charge during particular time in the Philippines, and he issued martial law for, I think, a period of 10 years, which allowed him to remain in power for a long time. And then a lot of bad shit happened in the country. It's a pretty easy way to dissect it, but why are we slaying Toni Gonzaga for an interview? Why are we giving her that work for an interview? Because you don't like the person, or you don't like Toni Gonzaga? All right, you know, because again, I'm still a firm believer that we cannot punish a man for the sins of his father. All right, but also I will have to say that throughout all that bad shit, and it was bad shit, the economy in the Philippines was probably at its best under his reign. And I'm not going to say that that's justification for anything, but I do have to throw that in there because I don't want people to overlook that particular fact about the Philippines during that time. All right? Don't shit on a foreigner for talking on Philippine politics, because I'm not necessarily focusing on the politics of. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to gather some understanding as to why we have to be as crucifiable towards Toni Gonzaga. Granted, I'm not the biggest Toni Gonzaga fan, okay? I'm not at all, all right? Really, I'm not at all. But I don't believe that we should be giving her that work because of an interview. She ain't do nothing but her job. She was there to do an interview, and an interview she did. But in the comment section below, ladies and gentlemen, man, let me help me to help you. Help me understand, ladies and gentlemen, what it is that I'm missing about the interview. Did she come off, in your opinion, as somebody who was favoring this person as a potential presidential candidate, somebody that she might endorse? Or, you know, tell me your reasons as to why we have to crucify Toni Gonzaga for an interview. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's what I got to say, man. It has been fun. It has been real. But you know what time it is. It's time for me to go and get to getting. So with that being said, Good Doc is officially out. At least nako paalam, which means I am going now. Bye-bye. As always, love you guys. Sincerely do. Mahal kita. Mabuhay. Peace.